Well, if it isn't old Farmer Quinn, howdy.
Well, howdy, Rita. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing just fine. How about you?
I couldn't be better. It looks like a nice evening out here tonight.
Yeah.
So, what are you doing, Rita?
Well, I was just sitting here thinking and actually trying to discover my special talent.
Well, you've picked the right place. You're in a school to be thinking. That's real good. And what do you think your special talents might be, Rita?
Well, the way I figure it, it's either storytelling or singing.
Storytelling or singing?
Yeah.
Mr. Fricky does a lot of storytelling when he works here in the high school. Well, why don't you try a couple of stories out on us tonight?
Okay. Once upon a time, in a foreign country, there lived a beautiful girl, and her name was Rindasella.
Rindasella.
Now, Rindasella lived with her muggly other and two sad blisters.
Blisters?
Yes. Also, in this same foreign country, there lived a pransome hince.
A pransome hince?
Yes, and this pransome hince was going to have a fancy fall.
Wait a minute. Did Mrs. Acorn help you pick this story out from the library here?
No.
No? Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, he was going to have this fancy fall, and he'd invited people from riles around, especially the pitch reaple.
The pitch reaple.
Yes. And now, Rindasella's muggly other and two sad blisters went to town.
Okay, hold on. Have you ever taken the PSSA, Rita?
The what?
The PSSA. Did you take the PSSA in reading?
The pissa?
No, Rita. The Pennsylvania State System of Assessment.
Oh, well, why didn't you say so?
Have you ever taken that test?
No, I haven't.
Okay, go on. I'm sorry. I just couldn't help myself.
Okay, now where was I? Oh yes, the muggly other and two sad blisters went to town to buy some fancy fesses for their fancy fall. But Rindasella couldn't go because all she had to wear were some old ruddy dags.
Rita, have you ever heard of Hooked on Phonics?
No.
Maybe you should.
I've been hooked on Lucky Charms, though.
Go ahead, Rita. Rita?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Finally, the night of the fancy fall arrived, and Rindasella couldn't go, so she just cranked down and shried.
She shried.
She shried.
Now you've got me shrying, Rita.
Well, she was sitting there shrying when all of a sudden there appeared before her her gay mud father.
Go ahead, Rita. I can hardly wait to hear the rest of the story.
Well, he touched her with his magic wand, and there appeared before her a kig boach with Hicks white sauces to take her to the fancy fall. And he said, Rindasella, be sure and be home before midnight, or I'll turn you into a tumpkin.
A tumpkin?
A tumpkin.
Wow.
So, when Rindasella arrived at the fancy fall, the pransome hince met her at the door because he'd been watching her from behind a wooden window.
I see.
And Rindasella and the pransome hince danced all night long until midnight, and they let in fove.
They what?
They let in fove.
Can you say that just one more time?
They let in fove.
Okay. Rita, why don't you go on?
Okay. Well, finally, the mid-clock struck night, and Rindasella spaced down the rares, and just as she beached the bottom, she slopped her dripper.
She slopped her dripper. I see.
Yes.
Wow.
Well, the next day, the Pransome Hints went all over the corn country looking for the beautiful girl who slopped her dipper.
I see.
They finally came to Rindacella's house, and he tried it on the muggly other, and it fitted it.
It fitn't it?
Then he tried it on the two sissy ugglers, and it fitted it.
It fitn't it?
And then he tried it on Rindacella.
Let me guess. It fitn't it?
No, it fitted it.
Oh. I'm sorry.
It was exactly the sight rise.
I see. The sight rise.
And so they were married and lived heavenly after happily. Now, Farmer Quinn, do you know the moral of this story?
No, Rita, I don't. But you know what? I have a funny feeling I'm about to find out.
Yep.
I thought so.
The moral of this story is this. If you go to a fancy fall and you want a Pransome Hints to fall in love with you,
Yes?
don't forget to slop your dripper.
Of course. Of course.